The other day I went to a cafe and I was taking a look at the menu, and I thought it would be a good idea to do a video about this topic because there are so many things that you can choose from on a menu at a cafe. I was out for the day in a city near me and I didn't know where to go for lunch, so I looked on Google and searched for cafes near me. I didn't know where to choose because they all seemed so similar, so I took a look at the reviews. There was one cafe that stood out because it was 4.7 stars and had 113 reviews. So I checked the opening times and it said that it opened from 8:30 till 2:30 p.m. The review said that it was a cheap and cheerful cafe. Cheap and cheerful is a British expression and it means that it's simple and inexpensive. So it's not of bad quality, but it is cheap. So it doesn't cost much, but it serves its purpose. It does what it has to do. People even said that it's their go-to place for a delicious breakfast. A go-to place means a place that you always go to when you're looking for a breakfast in this case. They also said that they could clearly see that it was a popular place because the queue was very long. People were even queuing outside. The food is freshly cooked and is quite tasty. And people were actually impressed with the quality in food, considering that the prices are quite low. Apparently the service was fast and friendly, and it was clean inside and out. So I thought that I couldn't go wrong, and I decided to go to this cafe. When I went in the cafe, it seemed like the majority of people were having a full English breakfast. So I looked at the menu and it said that 2 pieces of bacon, 2 sausages, 1 egg, some beans, tomatoes, mushrooms, and 2 slices of toast was £7. It also included tea or coffee, so I thought this was a great deal. There were also hot sandwiches on offer, and the most popular ones were bacon and egg, bacon and tomato, sausage and cheese, and bacon and mushrooms. It seemed like everything included bacon or sausage, so I don't know if you would like this cafe if you don't like these 2 options or if you're vegetarian. These hot sandwiches cost $3.50, which is quite a good price. And if you wanted a hot beverage with one of your hot sandwiches, you could choose from tea, coffee, hot chocolate, or minestrone soup. I thought that it was quite strange to include a soup in the hot beverage section. The tea was $1.50, the coffee was $1.90, and the hot chocolate was £2. You could also buy some cans of soft drinks, and they were £1 each, which I think is quite a good price. I decided to order a bacon and cheese hot sandwich with a cup of tea because I was quite tired from walking around all the city. The sandwich was decent and the cup of tea was like a normal cup of tea. It wasn't the best food that I've ever tried, but it did the job. So I agree with the comment which said it's cheap and cheerful. I think that if you're paying £4 for a cup of tea and a hot sandwich, you can't expect much more. There were quite a lot of people inside and the queue was quite long, so there were a lot of people just waiting in the cafe. So I think that if I went again, I would definitely eat it outside in a park or on a bench, because there were a lot of people inside in such a small area. One of the comments was that it was quite hit and miss. Hit and miss means that it's not really reliable. So you might go to the cafe one day and it's excellent, and you go back another day and it isn't very good. You can use this about your mobile phone, for example. My mobile phone is quite hit and miss. Sometimes it works and other times it doesn't. Now that I'm back home, I'm taking a look at the negative comments because they're usually quite funny. Someone has said that the cafe is what it is, so it means that it's basic. Like we said before, it's cheap and cheerful. But when the sun shines and you find a spot outside, you can imagine that you're in Italy. So this person obviously wants to be on holiday. Another person has said that the sign says that it opens at 9 o'clock, but every time they've been there at 9, it hasn't been open. And the last negative comment said that they had ordered a bacon and sausage sandwich, but when they got home, they realized that it didn't have any sausages in it. Usually when I read negative comments on reviews, I take it with a pinch of salt. Taking something with a pinch of salt means to believe only part of something, or to think that it's exaggerated. Because people are more likely to leave a negative review than a positive review. If you think about it, you might have posted more negative reviews because you are so dissatisfied with your experience at a restaurant that you go on there and write a negative review. But when you've had a pleasant experience, you don't usually take the time to go on their website or their Google page to write a positive review. In the comment section, I'd like you to tell me, when was a time that you've written a negative review? It can be at a cafe, a museum, any type of place. It doesn't just have to be a negative review of a cafe. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you, and I'll see you in another video.